Bonjour class. I hope you all had a fabulous break last week. What I would like to do before we get into anything new is just do a little bit more review to get our brains kind of back going again, okay? Now to start us out, I want you to turn to page 315 in your book. And I want you to look at exercise number 6. What I want to do with this is I'm going to answer these questions en français, okay? And I want you to see if you understand what I'm saying. This is going to be the first part of your homework activity, is you're going to write out in English what I am saying, okay? At least the gist of what I'm saying. Okay, so we're going to do this first, and then I've got a couple other exercises you're going to do as review. Now, just giving you a heads up, we are starting a new concept this week that is called passé composé. This is past tense. It can be a little tricky, but I have full confidence that we can get the hang of this together even virtually, okay? But before we get into that, we're going to do a little bit more review. So looking at these questions right here. Question numéro 1. En général, qu'est-ce que tu fais pendant les vacances de Noël? So it's asking, what do you do during Christmas break? Okay, I'm going to answer this, and then I want you to write in English what I say, okay? En général, pendant les vacances de Noël, je reste avec ma famille. Aussi, nous aimons manger et nous ouvrons les cadeaux. That last part is we open presents, okay? But I want you to write out the first part. Numéro 2. Est-ce que tu vas voyager pendant les grandes vacances? Où vas-tu aller? Okay, we're just going to do that first part of that question. Oui, j'espère, which is I hope, je vais voyager pendant les grandes vacances. J'espère aller à Puerto Rico et aussi Bahamas et aussi Saint-Martin, parce que nous allons voyager en bateau. That's a boat. You can guess what I'm talking about there. Supposed to go on a very big trip. Aussi, j'espère que nous allons à Disney World. J'espère. Numéro 3. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire quand tu es à la plage? Okay? Quand je suis à la plage, je préfère me bronzer, which is suntan, et aussi j'aime lire les livres. Numéro 4. Est-ce que tu voyages souvent? Normalement, oui, je voyage souvent parce que mes enfants font cheerleading et aussi beaucoup de danse. Et pour leurs activités, nous voyageons souvent dans la région. Okay? All right, see if you can figure out what I'm saying there, at least the gist of that. That's exercise, the first exercise. Go ahead and translate those into English. Tournez la page, okay? For your homework, what you're going to do is exercise numéro 2 et numéro 3, okay? So for the first one, you're going to be writing 4 things that you are going to do at home and 4 things you're going to do outside. I think this one is pretty ironic because you could do these things. All right, if you need to look up, some of the options, you can either go to the internet, or if you turn back a few pages, we've got some options here of things that you could do. And this is all on page 313. All right, you could do sports, jogging. If you want to be funny and say you're going snowboarding, I suppose you could do that. All right, there's also a few other options right here on page 314. Okay, so as far as composing this, what we're doing here, and this is going to be a great introduction to our past tense, because in order to learn the past tense, you need to do the opposite, which is talking about where you are going. So if we're thinking about where we are going, that verb is aller. Okay, so to review the verb aller means to go. Okay, now to conjugate aller, it is je vais, I am going, tu vas, you are going, il or elle, he or she is going, is just va. We are going, nous allons. You are going is vous allez. And they, either il or elle, would be vont. Okay? So if you're talking about where you are going, you're going to be using this one right here, right? I am going. Je vais. All right, so 4 things you're going to do at home. You're going to say je vais. You could say regarder la télé. There's one example. I want you to think of some other things that you could do at home. It could be eating. It could be reading. It could be doing homework, okay? Those are options. And then 4 things you're going to do outside. So when you're talking about inside or outside, you've got the answer right here. On the inside, à l'intérieur, looks like interior, right? À l'intérieur, je vais regarder la télé. That would be one example. À l'extérieur, on the outside, à l'extérieur, je vais faire du jogging. I'm going jogging. Okay? So that's an example of one you could do for the exterior. The other exercise you're going to do today is mes sports préférés. All right? It says 2 sports that you engage in during each of these seasons. I'm just going to have you do one, okay? Write down one sport that you do pendant les vacances d'été. So that would be in summer vacation. One sport you do en hiver, in the winter. And one that you could do en toute saison, in any season, okay? So think about some of your favorite sports that you do during those different seasons. And that is all your homework today, okay? But please make sure you understand this verb to go, because like I said, we need to know where we are going before we talk about where we went, all right? So if you have any questions, please let me know. But once again, your homework is to translate what I said for exercise 6, and then you're doing exercise 2 and 3, okay? Have a très, très bonne journée. Au revoir.